Oh shit. Sorry about the loud music. I was going to get a drink and I had music playing, and yes, I was listening to Avenged Sevenfold, which is one of my favorite metal bands of all time. So I wanted to make this video for a long time, but could never really find the time to do it. And it's going to be my longest video to date on YouTube. So I kind of want to do my Blu-ray collection. Now I've done this on streams, but since my streams are no longer up due to me having to clear house, um, I decided to go ahead and make this a video for you guys. So this is going to be a long one. Grab a snack, grab a drink. I know I did. We're going to go over every single one of my Blu-rays. Now I own DVDs as well, but I just don't. I don't own that many. I don't own that many DVDs as much as I do Blu-rays. I've gotten rid of most of my Blu-rays over the course of my life. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go over the MCU stuff first, all the MCU movies I own, and basically what I want to do is go over my history with with the movies, and talk about the first time I watched the movies, and talk about how I feel about them. So first off, we got Iron Man, the very first MCU movie. This is easily one of my favorite MCU movies. I think Jon Favreau did an amazing job capturing the essence of Iron Man into a movie. He did a phenomenal job. Robert Downey Jr. does straight up pull off the Tony Stark Iron Man character. First saw this movie in theaters with my grandmother when I was a kid. Well, not a kid, it was back in 2010, so like 10 years ago. And I just remember absolutely falling in love with this movie. And over the years, I've just grown more in love with the movie as time goes on. I love this movie to death. Um, it's easily probably one of the most rewatchable MCU movies because of how well it's filmed, how well it's crafted, and I just really love the movie. It has a special place in my heart. So Iron Man 2. I saw this in theaters again with my grandma. Me and my grandma went to every single MCU showing except for Endgame, which I later made up for by renting it and we watched it at her house. But Iron Man 2 was Jon Favreau's sequel. Now, I don't own Incredible Hulk. There's a reason for it. I just don't fucking care for it. I know it's my least favorite out the MCU. But Iron Man 2 was the sequel that went after the first Iron Man. As a kid, I loved it. It was, well, not as a kid. I mean, I was like in my teens. I mean, of course I loved it. It was fucking badass, right? But as I grown as like a more and more of a film lover, the movie has a lot of flaws, and that's why I rated it as low as I did on my tier list. It has a lot of flaws, but in a theater, it was a really good experience. Everyone was having fun, and my grandmother loved the movie. I do think Whiplash was a little bit of a weak villain, but I mean, it's a decent sequel. I mean, it's a sequel I can still watch. It's just not as good as it could have been, in my opinion. We got Thor, the first one. I call this Dutch angle the movie for a reason. If you've seen the first Thor, you know what I mean. Sorry if the video is in poor quality. I'm doing a small webcam. Um, Thor had a lot of Dutch angles. I think they were trying to go for a different vision with Thor. And while I do respect that, to me, the first Thor is just all right. It was good, but again, I was only going to start with the MC movies because except for the Endgame, I've watched all of them with my grandma in the theaters. So again, I saw this one in theaters. I still do think Chris Hemsworth was a perfect casting for Thor. I thought he was great. I loved Loki in this movie. There's a lot with the plot and how it was filmed. It just irked me the wrong way. It was a lot of fucking Dutch angles, and I don't know. It just didn't feel right. I don't know. And watching it now, after all the other MCU movies have come out, you watch this, you're like, dude, no. If you like it, that's cool on you. I think it's decent. I don't hate it. I just think it's all right. Captain America: The First Avenger. Now this is the one my grandma was looking forward to because she read Captain America when she was little, when she was growing up, and she loves the portrayal of Captain America in the MCU, and so do I. As a guy, because my grandmother, she really got me into comics. So I grew up reading Marvel comics, the older ones and the newer ones. That's why I have such a love for the MCU. If you guys didn't know, I grew up reading the older and newer comics. Um, Captain America: The First Avenger was a really good adaptation I do wish they would have spent more time in World War II. I really would have loved to see Captain America kick ass in World War II, and I really wish they would have done more with Red Skull. My grandmother agreed. Like Red Skull was used very poorly in this movie. They should have done more with them, but at the same time, you know, it was a pretty lengthy movie. I just fucking people annoying me. I swear to God. I want to put my phone on silent real quick, guys. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be an unedited video. That's why it's gonna be so long. Hold on. Fucking people. All right. But yeah, Captain America: First Avenger, really good movie. Gorgeous on 4K, by the way. All these, except for the exception of I think maybe three MCU movies, are in 4K. So it's good, but there's wish some things were done. Shane Black's Iron Man 3. This is easily my second favorite out the Iron Man movies, and this is my one of my personal favorites. And well, yeah, it's one of my favorites. Shane Black did something entirely new, and I loved it. He did more of a Tony Stark movie than an Iron Man movie, which is what I love. Hell, Robert Downey Jr.'s not even in the Iron Man fucking like helmet in this movie, even in the suit. It's Tony Stark. He wanted to go for more of a Tony Stark movie, which I liked. People don't care for the whole twist of the Mandarin, but it's whatever. I didn't mind it as much, and like I said, I love the comic, so it's all differences of opinion. This one's kind of divisive. Either you love it or you hate it. I'm one of the ones who actually love this movie. It's a really good movie in my opinion. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. Thor: The Dark World. Um, this is my second least favorite of the MCU. I don't remember nothing about this movie at all. It's very forgettable. I even remember the theater experience being kind of awful. Like, honestly, everyone was just silent. Like, it was not that good. Like, I don't know what it is about Thor: The Dark World. It just could not intrigue me as much as like the other MCU movies did. I don't know what it is. It just feels very bland, very boring, and I'll usually want to skip it, but I can't because they introduce some important plot points in this movie for the later movies, and you kind of have to watch it unless you watch it a lot and you memorize it. I don't remember nothing about this movie, so I have to watch it, which sucks. But you do what you gotta do. But this is not one. This is my second least favorite. No, it's still I still rather watch this than Incredible Hulk in my opinion. All right, last, and then I gotta get up and get more. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Very very great film. Easily one of the MCU's best. Winter Soldier was a great villain. I love the fact that they introduced the Falcon in the movie. A lot of good action. Really fun movie. My grandmother had a fun time. Uh, Me and a lot of my friends, my grandmother just had a fun time watching this. It was a great film. Easily one of the MCU's best. I'm gonna turn my phone off because people won't leave me the fuck alone. There. People won't leave me the fuck alone. That's the problem with owning your fucking movie studio. People want to message you all the time about meetings and shit, and it does get annoying. But you have to deal with it because you're like, oh fuck, I gotta handle business and all that. I didn't think they would message me this early. It's kind of annoying. All right, so still moving on with the MCU films. We got Guardians of the Galaxy. This is one of the ones I still have in Blu-ray. Just haven't had time to get it on 4K yet, but I will. Big surprise, James Gunn. Jesus Christ, holy shit, blew it out of the goddamn water. Bravo to James Gunn. Like no one expected nothing from Guardians of the Galaxy, but when it dropped, it was just a major hit, and I loved it. Now, my grandmother wasn't much into Guardians of the Galaxy, but she went with me anyway. But she had a fun time watching it. As a guy who loves the Guardians of the Galaxy comics, I love this movie, and it's just amazing. I fucking love it. We got Ant Man, really good movie. Um, you know, I get that people think this is kind of a bland MCU movie, and that's fine. But I personally love it. I love the Ant Man comics, and I love Ant Man in general as a character. And I think with the MCU doing something new with the character, making an entirely new character in Scott Lang, I actually love it. It's a new alteration of Ant Man. It's a great alteration as well. I think this version to me is like perfect for the MCU. I see people who say, "Oh, they should have got the original Ant Man." I think this version is perfect for the MCU. I don't know what it is. I just think it's very perfect. Captain America: Civil War. This people regard this as probably their favorite MCU film. It's up there for me. I thought the airport fight scene was awesome. I loved the story. The villain of the movie was very smart. Didn't really have to use a lot of brawn, use his brain, which is what I like. And the fights in this movie are really well choreographed. And I don't get why. The one thing I don't not like is that they called it Captain America Civil War. This is just called the movie Civil War. I get they had to do like a third Captain America film, but they could just call this Civil War, in my opinion, and be done with it. It's a great film nonetheless, a great MCU flick, and it's a fun one to watch. All right, this is where J Fire's gonna kill me. Spider-Man: Homecoming. This is my Best Buy exclusive steelbook. I actually own about 5 Best Buy exclusive steelbooks for the MCU. This is one of them. This is actually one of the first MCU movies I bought, and there's a reason for it. As soon as this came out in theaters, me and my grandma want to go see it now. Me and my grandma, huge Spider-Man fans. Um, she loved the film. I loved it too. To me, this is easily the best Spider-Man film they've ever done. This is my opinion. I love the whole chemistry between Tony Stark and Peter Parker in the movie. I love the villain of the Vulture. I thought he was really well done, portrayed beautifully by Michael Keaton. And I do think Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man. As much as people hate like to rag on Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I think he's a really well done Spider-Man. And it's a very gorgeous looking movie, very well shot, very well directed. Had a great soundtrack to it. Great fight scenes, and honestly, very well written MCU movie. So yes, I love this movie. All right, we got another big surprise, another Best Buy exclusive steelbook. We have Doctor Strange. This is my Best Buy exclusive steelbook, which I love to death. Big surprise. I was surprised with this movie. I thought it was going to be kind of trash because I was like, I was waiting for the MCU to start to get shitty because it's been going on for a while. This is like in phase 3, and I'm just like, okay, we're going to get the shit movies now. And when I saw Doctor Strange, I'm like, yep, this is going to be the shit movie, isn't it? Went to see it in theaters. Fucking blew my mind. It's the most visually impressive MCU movie in my opinion. It's the best looking visually. I love Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I thought he was really great in the role. Very gorgeous movie, very well done movie. I love this movie to death. I rewatch it all the time, and the Steelbook is fucking gorgeous. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This is a movie that Altex doesn't like, but I love. So the reason why I love this movie so much is, I don't have a perfect relationship with my father. Um, I think this movie itself is perfect representation of what my relationship with my father was like. My dad only cared about me if he needed fucking money. So I I I love this movie for that reason. It hits me on a personal level, and plus I do think it's better than the first one in my opinion. I love this movie, and I went to see it in theaters multiple times, once with my grandma, other times with myself, and I still love this movie to death. Thor Ragnarok, my favorite MCU film of all time. I've said this multiple times in the past. It's directed by Taika Waititi, and it's still my favorite. I mean, it's just fun to fucking watch. Tom Hiddleston, great in the movie. So is Chris Hemsworth. So is Matt Damon's cameo is fucking hilarious. Okay, Matt Damon's cameo is fucking hilarious. But it's the most, to me, it has the brightest and most popping color palette of any MCU film. It's the most gorgeous. I love the 4K transfer of the movie. I watch it all the time. And I love the movie to death. It's easily my favorite out the MCU. And of course, we got kind of divisive one, Black Panther. I thought it was good. I ain't gonna say it's like the best thing in the world because it's not. The third act could have been a lot better. The CGI could have been a lot better. I do love the story, the characters, the writing was great, the direction was awesome. It's just like the CGI really hindered this movie because it was not that good. Let me grab the rest of my MCU stuff. Holy Jesus, I have. All right. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, I used to defend this movie a lot, and I still do. I think it's a decent movie. I don't think it's like perfect or anything, but it's still a it's still a fun rewatch to me. No, I don't like it as much as I did the first time I watched it, but it's still to me it's still a decent sequel to the first Ant-Man. I can't wait for the third one. I hope the third one's really fucking good. Captain Marvel, bland, generic, has good moments. There ain't really much to say. I mean, everything that needs to be said about Captain Marvel has been said before. Spider-Man: Far From Home, my favorite Spider-Man film. I love this movie to death. Had a great story, great message to it, and just a great ending. And I love Mysterio in this movie, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he did a fantastic job in this movie. Easily my favorite Spider-Man film. Uh, it slightly beat Homecoming, and yeah, I was very happy with the movie. All right, then we got the Best Buy exclusive Marvel's Avengers assembled set. Now this costed me hefty. This costed me like fucking I want to say 120, I think $130. Basically what this is just you get all four Avengers movies in a steelbook, which I keep the paper on it. This is what it looks like without it. Very nice, very sturdy. It comes with a little printed note from Kevin Feige, which I'll read to you guys. Time and time again, the Avengers prove they are the strongest when they work together. These four films, Marvel's The Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, represent some of the biggest tests and challenges that this incredible team has ever faced, and most importantly overcame, during the 22-film Infinity Saga. These films stand as some of our favorites here at Marvel Studios because of the simple fact that we got to see a wide range of characters from Ant-Man to Black Panther to Captain Marvel, all facing off and teaming up with one another in ways that we've never seen before. Just like Avengers, it takes an incredible team of talented storytellers, artists, directors, and visionaries working together to make these stories possible. I could not be prouder of what this group and what they have created. And above all, we're driven every single day by the passion and excitement of our fans. We're so glad that you have joined us on this epic journey. Without you, we simply wouldn't be here, so thank you. A nice little heartfelt message from them. And the steel books, they're they're fine. I mean, I like you got this one. This is the first movie. Kind of bland, generic steelbook. But what's cool is that you can actually see the hero's imprints on the side of it. And you open it up, and they actually have artwork that they've drawn for the movie, which is pretty cool. And then you get to Age of Ultron, which again, looks like this. The emblems printed on the back. More art. Then we get into Infinity War, which to me, I love the color palette for this one. Get the hero imprints on there. It's the same. Got artwork from Spider-Man. And of course, we got Avengers Endgame, which again has I like this one a lot. This one has 3 discs because it has a bonus feature disc, but this one, instead of using artwork, goes an actual still from the movie, which kind of wish they would have done some artwork for it, but hey, it's whatever. These are my MCU films. I gotta put this. Like I said, I spent fucking a lot of money on this set because I love the MCU and I love the Avengers movies. So of course I want to spend the kind of money I did on this set. Alright, let's get into the other one. Since we're done with that, we're going to get into my big old box sets, my 2 huge box sets that I own. Shit. Oh man, this is the problem when you own so many fucking Blu-rays. You just don't know what to do with them. I don't know what I want to do when I move. Like, I own so many. Wait one second, I forgot something. This would have been impossible to do because this would have taken so long to edit out. Alright. This is probably my most expensive box set well, not my most expensive, but my most visually impressive box set I owned. Game of Thrones. This is the complete series on Blu-ray, wooden box set. This costed me $300. It's made of real wood and leather. Heavy fucking box set. It comes with every single season, including some bonus disc inside of it, and it's done by the box set itself was designed by an artist. I can't remember his name, but he's a very good artist who loves Game of Thrones. And as you see in the artwork here, each one of these things are disc holders. So you take this off, you open this up. Let's say I want to watch season 6. You slide this out. Boom. The disc holders look like this. Now I do own the show on just regular Blu-ray cases, which I don't. That's going with me when I move, because I'm giving that to my girlfriend. Because we're going to use that more than this. See, this is just more for me a showpiece. I don't really use this much because I'm afraid I'll mess it up in some way. But I love Game of Thrones with the exception of Season 8. Season 8 is starting to grow on me a bit more, but with the exception of Season 8, I love Game of Thrones. It's my favorite shows. I love the fact that the lettering is etched into the wood. On the back it says when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. Even the HBO is etched into the wood. It has actual cuts indented into the wood. So it's a really nice set. I love the set to death. I would say if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you should do yourself a favor, pick this up. It's a big fucking set, and it's really well structured. It's a gorgeous set. Alright. So this is another expensive box that I own. This is my Harry Potter Hogwarts collection. Now, I spent a total of, I believe, $150 on the Hogwarts collection. Now, the reason why this is that this is discontinued now. They no longer make these. So if you find one, you're getting a discontinued box set. As of right now, they've already re-released films on 4K, which I own digitally. I own this for the sake of like, oh, it's a cool box set, but you open it up, it's a booklet, Harry Potter Hogwarts collection. Turns to the back, it has a nice photo of Ron, Hermione, and Harry. You open it up, you got a nice image of Hogwarts. Then, as you see, each film has a multiple number of discs. This is the first movie, has disc 1, which is the Blu-ray, which the first two movies come with the extended cuts. So if you've never seen the extended cut of the first two films, it comes with that. It comes with the DVD, bonus feature disc, that's DVD, and the documentary, which is on Blu-ray. Then it keeps going on from there. Yeah, this set is nice. The Blu-ray transfers are actually really gorgeous. Each one's different. This is actually a differently made set. The disc menus are different. See, here's another last documentary disc, and there's Hogwarts Burning Down from the last movie. So, now I grew up watching Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter to death. I fucking love the films. I think they're entertaining, awesome. I get people don't care for them, and that's fine. To me, Harry Potter is like easily my childhood classics. And ever since since I think Prisoner of Azkaban came out, I went to theaters to see it from Prisoner of Azkaban and on. Because, I own the original two films on VHS. I love them so much, my family started taking me to all of them that came out, over time. So yeah, I love Harry Potter. That's why I own the set. It's a great set too. Right now we're getting to my TV shows, which I'll go over in length. So yes, I love my TV shows. So as for Evil Dead Season 1, I remember buying the Stars channel just for this show. I'm a huge fan of Evil Dead. I grew up watching it when I was a kid. One of my personal heroes is Bruce Campbell. He's an awesome guy. I cannot wait to meet him because I was meant to go to the drive-in Q&A, but I didn't have the money or the time. I had the money, I just didn't want to have to save up for this fucking whole court thing. But the Ash vs. Evil Dead was going to be either a huge swing or a huge miss. Fortunately, they kept Sam Raimi on as creative consultant and director of some of the episodes. They let Bruce Campbell do some of the creative stuff as well. And in turn, we got an amazing TV adaptation of of Evil Dead. This is a straight continuation from Evil Dead 1 and 2. Army of Darkness not included since the rights to that is owned by Universal, and they do not own the rights to that since Universal owns the right to that Ash Williams, which is bullshit. But the first season was a huge surprise. If you've never seen the show, highly recommend you check it out. If you love the cheesy splatterfest type stuff, which is what I like. The show was great. Bruce Campbell's always great in it. Season 2, equally as good. Season 3 was the last season we got before they canceled it due to low viewership and people pirating the show. Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3 was a great send off, and I hope the game, which has already been confirmed to be Season 4 of Ash vs. Evil Dead, is a great conclusion to the Ashley J. Williams story that we all deserved, in my opinion. All right, next we got shit. Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg's Band of Brothers. This is a HBO miniseries from the producers of Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. Um, this is a very World War II show, very World War II-esque, based on a true story. I love World War II. Um, I watched this. I didn't watch this when it came out, unfortunately, but I got a chance to watch it recently when I went out to Best Buy with my friend Tyler, and I actually bought the box set, bought this set. Um, and I remember loving the series. I remember loving the show. It's very intense, very violent, and it really makes you feel for those soldiers because, you know, they went through hell, and the acting in this show is unbelievable. They do a fantastic job acting in this show. Phenomenal job. It's a very long miniseries, long episodes, but it's a 10-parter. So if you have the time, and I would say get an HBO Max subscription because the show's on there. Well, I highly recommend you guys check out Band of Brothers. It's a phenomenal show with great cast members, and it's just made with such love and care. Last but not least, we got the Angry Video Game Nerd, the BFG of Blu-rays, or the big fucking group of Blu-rays. I bought this, and I'm watching it on stream. Everyone loves this set. They love the artwork on it, and I don't blame them. The set is beautiful. I've loved the AVGN. I grew up. Well, I didn't grow up. I know I was in my freshman year of high school when I started watching the AVGN, and I remember just falling in love with the show. I've been watching it ever since. The Blu-ray itself is still available if you want to pick it up. It's a great quarantine Blu-ray. You can just pop this in and watch some AVGN and have a good laugh. The first disc is fucking long. I think it's 21 hours long, which is fucking insane. I would the other discs aren't that long, but it's because it came with 100 episodes on the first disc. The set itself is pretty big, pretty huge. I don't think it tells you how long it is altogether, but overall it's a long set, but it's a worthwhile set. It's expensive, but it's worth the price if you're a big AVGN fan like I am. Let's get to my other sets here. I'm going to get the TV shows out of the way first. Like I said, I know it's going to be, like I said, this is a fucking long video. That's why I said, like, you know, I'm sorry it's this long. I'm sorry. All right. Breaking Bad. I've praised this show enough on this channel. You all should know how I feel about Breaking Bad. It's my favorite show ever made. Fantastic, well acted, well made. Just easily the best television show to ever hit TV history, uh, in my opinion. So I love the show to death. Really need to say more. If you haven't seen it yet and you're like very cautious on watching it, check it out. It's a great show. But the box set itself, not so much. I'm planning on doing a review on this box set one day, but yeah, the box set quality ain't that good. I would recommend getting the earlier adaptation, which is the green box set with the gold lettering. While this one is cool, it does come with a little bit of goodies like bits of the script and drawings from Vince Gilligan. It's it's just not a really well-made box set. And I'll explain why when I review it. We got the Pacific another World War II show from Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. It's in the same vein as Band of Brothers. What's cool about this set instead of Band of Brothers is that this one is a fucking hard ass case. You can throw this at someone and hurt them. But the Pacific is probably my favorite out of the two. I don't know what it is, but this thing's fucking thick. You open it up, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's fucking thick. It's a long show, um, but it's a really good miniseries. It's a 10-parter, just like Band of Brothers. So if you're into the whole miniseries thing, it's a good TV show, and the Blu-ray quality is amazing. This one came out most recently. The other one came out like 03, 04. Stranger Things. I know I can watch this on Netflix, but I love the show so much I bought them on Blu-ray. Now this is the 4K one, since when I went to pick these up, they were completely out of season 2 on 4K, so they only had this one on 4K. What I love about these sets is that the Duffer Brothers and Netflix really wanted to make you feel like, the nostalgia that they make you feel in the show. So what they did was, instead of a normal Blu-ray case, they put it in this nice little VHS sleeve. Now this is actually a VHS looking box. Like they didn't cheap around. This feels like an old VHS slip. I heard people complain about this set for multiple different reasons, which I'll get into. But you take it out, looks like this, a nice VHS tape, sticker on the bottom, and you open it up. This is where the tape film, like the film would be. When you open it up, it would look just like that, and you open the thing up, and it looks like this on the inside. Now, the thing that people complain about is how hard the disc is, and that's because of this. Now, Netflix decided to do this so that way the disc wouldn't slide out. I am personally okay with this, as all I gotta do is squeeze this, and boom. And to me, it's easy. Like, I don't, like, I guess it would be easy to get to the Blu-rays, but I bought this for the 4K transfers, which is the main reason why I bought this set. And then if you want the Blu-rays, you can flip it over like this. The Blu-rays are in the back. So, I mean, to me, it's a nice set. And then we get into Stranger Things Season 2's set. Now, this is the Blu-ray set. I wish I had the 4K set, but yeah, good luck with that. But this is in the vein of a old VHS rental tape. They actually put a lot of details in this, like the sticker says science fiction, new release, Hawkins video, as you can see right here. And they actually used material that was used back in the day for old VHS rentals. Like, they went all out. I think there's something loose in here. I don't know, but on the back it says caution: do not immerse in the water, do not expose the spores, do not play on the upside down, may damage the cassette. You open it up, it has this with the sleeve again. This has on-set photos, which is taken with the older camera, the Duffer Brothers owned. Then you fold this down, boom, you got the Blu-rays. Disc 1, 2, and 3. And then the DVDs are in the back. So I don't get really the whole hatred for the set. I actually think the set's really gorgeous and really awesome. I love the set personally, so. And then we get into the set that I really need to review, which I will review now. That 70 Show. I purchased this on Amazon. I'm a big fan of That 70 Show. It's easily one of my favorite sitcoms. Not my favorite. My favorite is still Married with Children. But That 70 Show is still a decent show nonetheless. Now, this is done by Anchor Bay. Never buy anything from Anchor Bay. The reason why I bought this is because this is the only choice I had to get these on Blu-ray. Now, the set's awesome, but the picture quality on this thing is fucking abysmal at times. There are some episodes that look really fucking good, and then there are other episodes where it just looks like it was like recorded off television back in the fucking 90s. And not to mention the fucking. Okay, so how do they do the disc, right? Right here, let's say 4-disc set. You open it up, and I was confused. I'm like, why is there fucking only 2 discs? Well, the way they did it is this. Stacked disc. Now, I know Blu-rays are more resistant to scratches, and I fully understand that. That's fine. But I was kind of figuring they would put more effort into this, but then I remember, wait a minute, this is the same company that when they released the big DVD boxes, they put their disc in individual envelopes and put them on top of each other. It's still a nice set. Still a pretty decent looking set. The picture quality is kind of abysmal at times, but I mean, it's a great way to watch the show if you don't have internet. So I mean, I would say get it just for that reason. All right, that's it for my TV shows. Like I said, I don't own that many TV shows on Blu-ray. I need to, but whatever. All right, let's get into my movies. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. 310 to Yuma. Great Blu-ray, awesome quality. Love Christian Bale and Russell Crowe's performance in this movie. Um, it has the director James Mangold behind it, really good director, and I just love westerns. So, never seen it, great movie. I'm gonna go over these kind of quickly. 8 Mile, really good biopic with Eminem in it. Um, he's a really good actor in this movie. Blu-ray quality transfer is amazing. I really hope they do a 4K release of this movie soon. Great movie. Love it to death. 22 Jump Street, don't own 21 because it was stolen from me from a friend, but 22 Jump Street is just as good as the first one, and I own the first one on digital, but still a good movie. Love the sequel. 30 Minutes or Less, the first Blu-ray I ever owned, as you see, it's kind of wore out. One of my favorite raunchy comedies. Love the movie to death. A Million Ways to Die in the West. To me, I think this movie is really hated. I actually think this movie is funny. I like A Million Ways to Die in the West. I thought it was a bit too lengthy, but it's still a funny movie nonetheless. I remember watching this in theaters with my best friend, and we just had a blast. So, the Alien quadrilogy comes with the first Alien, gorgeous Blu-ray transfer. Alien 2, Aliens, gorgeous Blu-ray transfer. Alien 3, gorgeous. And the last one I don't want to fucking talk about because I have yet to watch it because I don't fucking like that movie. American Sniper, bought it when it first came out at a FYE, which is why the sticker's still on it. Great Clint Eastwood film, great biopic about Chris Kyle. I know he made us a few things along the way, but I still think the movie did a great job honoring the memory of Chris Kyle. The AVGN movie, love this movie. Great little independent film from James Rolfe and a great movie to AVGN fans. Annabelle Creation, the only Annabelle film that I love is a great sequel done by, I believe it was Mike Flanagan. No, David F. Sandberg. He did this one. Really good sequel. Really scary at times. This one focused on more subtle horror than in-your-face horror at times, which is what I love. It was infinitely better than the first and third one. Apollo 13, my favorite Rod Howard film. Great film. Tom Hanks is amazing in it. I love Tom Hanks as an actor. He's a great actor. And yeah, he's a fucking awesome actor. Let's get these other ones over here. This is it for my first shelf. Because I own a fucking lot of movies. Alright. Argo. A great fucking Ben Affleck film. There's a reason why he won an Oscar for it. I got the extended edition, which is an edition you should watch. Since this is a set, I'm going to go over what this set is. This is a set I got at Walmart for 20 bucks. Pretty cheap for what I paid for it. So you get the folder that comes with posters, so you can hang on your wall. The first one is the movie poster that was being advertised in the movie itself, which is pretty cool. I have yet to hang on my wall, but I will one day. And then you got the timeline and location poster, which shows the locations they went to and the timeline of the movie. It's really fucking cool. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Ben Affleck's work. Like, I know a lot of people don't care for his Batman. I actually love this Batman. And then you got the book, which just basically gives you information about the filming of the movie and all that, and character bios and what the actors were thinking while filming. So this set's really cool if you're a big fan of Argo, like I am. I love the movie Argo, so if you really did enjoy the movie, I think you'd like the box set. The Screen Factory's Army of Darkness. This is the only version of Army of Darkness you should own. Like, not only does it come, like, it's a better transfer than Screwhead Edition, but it comes with way more cuts in the movie. So in this one, you get the theatrical, the extended, the well, the director's cut. I call it extended, but it's the director's cut, international cut, and the TV cut. Now the TV cut's not brought to Blu-ray transfer quality; it's like center definition. But it's really cool watching all four of these cuts and seeing differences, like things they added, things they took out. Um, and not to mention the Blu-ray itself is gorgeous looking, and the artwork. Screen Factory usually does a good job with the artwork for the movies, for the Blu-ray releases. This one's no different. This is the artwork they did for this movie, which is the one I prefer. If you can flip it over and do the actual um, poster release look, but the Screen Factory edition is the one that you should go for if you're a big fan of that movie. Awesome Powers trilogy. I did a review on this on my channel, so you guys know how I feel. Great trilogy. Really gorgeous Blu-ray transfer quality. Gorgeous disc design. I love the disc design. Big fan of Austin Powers. I hope one day we'll get the final film. Who knows? But yeah, I love all three Austin Powers films. They're like my second favorite comedy trilogy. The Back to the Future set. Um, I'm a big fan of Back to the Future. Um, Although I do wish they would have done something more. I do love the digibooks, but you know sometimes they do get fucked up real easy, and like it becomes a big problem. But the Blu-ray quality transfers on these films, including even the special feature disc right here, is really good. The movie transfer quality is awesome. Um, it's a really good set to own if you love Back to the Future, and it's the best set to own because the previous release they did had very confusing disc removal instructions. You didn't know what the fuck to how to you know remove the disc, so you just had to fucking fight with it. So I'm glad instead of doing that, they went for the more for this, which you can just go boom, boom, which is easier to do. So thank you for that. Time for a guilty pleasure of mine. Baywatch. I find the movie kind of funny. It's a movie I like to watch when I'm drunk, but other than that, I know it's shit. I just like to watch it when I'm drunk. Better Off Dead, a film that Milkoneer is watching right now, and it's one of my favorite 80s films, and a movie that I really suggest you watch if you're into the 80s. A really dark comedy, really fun movie. The Blu-ray is cheap on Amazon right now. I suggest you pick this up. It won't cost you nothing much. Really gorgeous Blu-ray transfer and just a fun movie to watch all in all. A steelbook, The Big Lebowski. Um, I'm a big fan of this film. I love the film to death. Great comedy, gorgeous steelbook. This is when Universal was doing their comic steelbook looks, which I do own another one down there. They did this for a lot of movies, including Jurassic Park and Hellboy and all that, which looked gorgeous. Although I do only own two, this one and another one, which you'll see here in a sec. Well, later on. So yes, I love The Big Lebowski. It's a great film, and I want to get the. I think it's the one that comes with like the little mini bowling ball. That's the next one I want to get. Bohemian Rhapsody. I do not like this movie. The only reason why I still own it is because it was a gift from a friend of mine, and it was it's just not one of my favorite movies. I just own it because they gave it to me, and I can't really get rid of the gift because I'll feel bad. But I do not care for Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought it was very disrespectful to me to Queen. It wasn't portrayed accurately. I really wish they would have went with Sacha Baron Cohen's idea instead of whatever the fuck this was. It's not a horrible movie. It just wasn't one of my favorites. The Breakfast Club, my favorite John Hughes movie ever fucking made. Fantastic film. Gorgeous Blu-ray transfer. If you can find the 30th anniversary edition, get this edition. This edition is very well transferred in terms of Blu-ray quality. They did a great job transferring this movie over to Blu-ray. I found no faults. And I've owned this movie for a while. It's easily the 80s movie in my opinion. It's the 80s movie. Last but not least, we got Cabin in the Woods. I did an entire video explaining why I think this movie is fucking brilliant. So if you haven't seen that video, I suggest check it out. The Blu-ray is awesome. The movie is awesome itself. I love this movie. It's a personal favorite. And it's a great spoof of the horror genre, in my opinion. It really tears it apart. And it's very clever about it. time to go on to the entirety of my second shelf. You're going to see two of the same sets here in a second, but I'll explain why I own them. Alright. Holy shit, I own so many Blu-rays. Alright. Cedar Rapids is a movie that is not really well known. It stars Ed Helms and John C. Reilly. No one really knows about this movie much. It's a funny movie. I haven't really opened it. I watched it. I had it on DVD. It's just a movie I say I own. It's decent. It's just not one of my favorites. It's basically like a big raunchy comedy. So if you're into that, you'll probably like it. The Change Up, great Ryan Reynolds movie. Had this one for a while too. I was really big into raunchy comedies when I was in high school. But yeah, this is still one of my favorites. Really funny. Chucky. No, I've done an unboxing on this a long time ago, but this is my Chucky box set. Has all 7 films, which is Child's Play, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, and Cult of Chucky. I do enjoy watching these. I love watching Child's Play 1, 2, and 3. I do love watching Bride of Chucky. The other ones, like Seed and Curse and Cult, I can take or leave. But the Child's Play 1, 2, 3, and Bride, those are my personal favorites out the Child's Play. Oh, and the reboot that came out was really good to me. Alright, my Clint Eastwood set. I did a review on this set, and it does not age well. So, because of what the material is made, and I can see here, it's suffered wear and tear from me getting it off the shelf multiple times. The book itself has received damage from taking it in and out of the packaging. But the set itself is a good set if you're a big fan of Clint Eastwood. This comes with 20 of his films. So you get Dirty Harry and Man of Force, which also I can say all these transfers are gorgeous. Outlaw Josie Wales and The Gauntlet, and it's in this nice little book format too. Every Which Way But Loose and Firefox, On an Impact Pale Rider, Heartbreak Ridge and Unforgiven, Perfect World and Space Cowboys, Mystic River and Million Dollar Baby, Letters from Iwo Jima and Gran Torino, Invictus and Hereafter, J. Edgar and Trouble with the Curve, and then you got 2 DVDs which are documentaries on him, and you got a nice picture of Clint Eastwood there. And you also get a pretty nice little booklet here inside of packaging that's basically shows photos of him filming his movies and him on set of his movies and actors talking about them. So if you're into Clint Eastwood like I am, you'll probably love the set. It's just you gotta be careful with the set because it does get kind of messed up pretty easy. Cold Pursuit. This was a pretty underrated movie, in my opinion. Not a lot of people talked about it, and it's a shame because this movie was really good. This movie was great. So if you're really into Liam Neeson movies, I think you'll love Cold Pursuit. The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2. Love these horror movies to death. These are, to me, perfect examples of how to do good paranormal horror. Really realistic in terms of how it was filmed and how it looks. It's a great period piece. It has the look of the 70s, which is a time where the Warrens were around. Great films. James Wan did a great job directing these 2 movies, and I love them to death. A shame all the other Conjuring Universe movies, with the exception of Annabelle Creation, is going to be just as good. And then I have 2 of this set. This is my Blu-ray set copy of the Cornetto Trilogy, and this is my 4K copy of the Cornetto Trilogy. I own both because this is my first set I got from my family for Christmas, for my for my big set that I really wanted. I watched these movies to death on Blu-ray. Oh, as you see, yeah, this set right here isn't really good when it comes to the disc placeholders. They don't slide in properly, which is, I just keep this around for memories. But this one to me is my favorite. Let me turn on this light here. This one to me here is my favorite. Really gorgeous 4K transfers in my opinion. I know a lot of people had problems with the 4K transfers, saying they were not that good. But the case quality is way better. The disc won't fucking fall out just like how you saw. So yes, I love the Cornetto trilogy. I just wish they would have. I like the DVD menus on the DVD copies better. If you ever seen the DVD menus of these movies, you'll know what I mean. All right, let's get some more fucking Blu-rays. I'm halfway through this shelf now. Jesus. Uh, Crank and Crank 2, little personal favorites of mine. I know they're not well-made movies, but they're fun movies. That's why I keep them around. They're just fun movies. The Dark Knight trilogy on 4K Blu-ray. I used to own the Blu-ray copy of this, but I recently. You can actually go back and rewatch my older Blu-ray videos that I did a while back. You can actually see my older Dark Knight trilogy. It was the original gift set, and I wound up giving it to Tyler, my oldest set I owned. It had a lot of memories. I got it on Black Friday, and I wound up giving it to my friend because I got this. This comes with all three movies in gorgeous 4K. I love the way the cases look. I think black is a perfect fit for the cases. Gorgeous, 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 and I can't say this again, gorgeous transfers of these movies. Absolutely stunning. Stunning transfers. You can't ask for a better transfer than these movies because they always somehow get these right. Deadpool. I don't want Deadpool 2. I have yet to get it because I want to re-get these movies on 4K. But really, I got this the day it came out on my birthday. And I've been watching ever since. I watched it in theaters. And I just had a blast watching this movie. Really fun movie. Um, it's just a lot of fun. Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. Um, Django Unchained. Um, one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino films. This is my steelbook for it. And this is my least favorite steelbook because there's not a lot of work to it. It's kind of like dark on the inside with like a picture of Jamie Foxx in the back and nothing really unique about it. I wish they would have done more with the steelbook, but hey, you get what you get, right? And the steelbook is pretty, honestly, I mean, the movie is fantastic, but I wish the steelbook was way better. Deepwater Horizon, actually, really good film. Really love the movie. I think I think his name is what's his fucking name? Peter Berg. His trilogy with Mark Wahlberg is really well done, and by trilogy I mean the unofficial based on true story trilogy, which I'll get into more when we get to the movies. This one's really good. It's not as violent as his other movies, but it's pretty fucking intense and pretty fucking wild in my opinion. Die Hard. I love the first Die Hard. Blu-ray quality transfer. This one is awesome. This is one of the original transfers, and it's crazy. Like this is one of the original transfers that I own. This is back when they just slapped on what was on the case and just slapped the big Blu-ray logo on it. And you know the case had the ugly beyond high definition. So yeah, it's fucking crazy that I still own this. And last but not least, we got Dilemma with Vince Vaughn and Kim James. Pretty underrated comedy, in my opinion. If you haven't seen it, it's a really good movie, really funny, and it's really fucking hilarious. And kind of a, it's kind of like a best friend movie you'd watch with your best friend. It's really funny. Jesus, man, I can't put these back from saving my life, bro. All right, we're almost in the home stretch here. All right, so we got Bram Stoker's Dracula. If you haven't seen this movie, it's a great vampire film. Not my favorite, probably my second favorite vampire film, but it's still good nonetheless. Dumb and Dumber and The Mask, two of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. The Blu-ray quality transfer, they're all right, but I mean, classic films, you have to own them. My steelbook for E.T. This got dented in the move, unfortunately, but it's a pretty generic looking steelbook, just like the Django Unchained one. Nothing really unique about this Steelbook, I mean, there's a picture on the inside, but Blu-ray quality transfer itself, really well done, really gorgeous, and really great Steven Spielberg movie. My 4K transfer of Evil Dead 2, gorgeous 4K transfer, my favorite Evil Dead film. Bruce Campbell's fucking badass in this movie, and it's an example of how to do a great sequel. Ex Machina, it's an A24 movie. If you know me, I'm a big A24 guy. I own 2 on Blu-ray, which I'll be getting more later on down the road. Really good science fiction movie, and there's a reason why I won Best Visual Effects at the Academy Awards. It's fucking great looking, and the movie itself is very intriguing in my opinion. It's a very intriguing and kind of like thought-provoking film. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. The Fast and Furious movies, they're a guilty pleasure. There's something I watch when I want to watch something dumb. So yeah, if I want to watch something dumb, I'll watch Fast and the Furious movies. My favorites being Fast 5 and Furious 7. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is a great date movie in my opinion. I think Jason Segel does a great job in this movie. Christian Bale does a great job in this movie as well. Mila Kunis really does a good job as well in this movie. And of course, this is a this will make you think it's like a Judd Apatow film, but it's not. It's actually this was written by Jason Segel himself. It's a really good movie, so I would highly recommend you watch it. It's a pretty fun movie. Make sure you watch the unrated version. Trust me, you'll thank me. And of course, we got the my 2 copies of Fight Night. Not Fight Club. Sorry, I've been playing Fight Night all day. Fight Club. I own the Steelbook and the 10th anniversary. The reason why I do that is because this one has a better picture quality transfer, but it has this one actually has least bonus features. This one has more. I'd say this is the more superior copy. I just got this because it's Steelbook. Because I mean, the Steelbook itself. I mean, come on, look at this. And not to mention the inside is awesome. You open it up, and it has the scene of them playing golf, and it's like drawn. Like it's kind of like in that nice style on the cover. So yeah, I own 2 copies of Fight Club. I know it's fucking like bad. I know. Like I own 2 copies of movies. It's fucking insane. Oh, this is gonna be it for the second show. Oh boy, we're moving. We're moving now. We're moving now, boys. All right, next up we got my Friday the 13th set. My most expensive Blu-ray set I ever bought, coming in at $500. Since this is a very ultra rare set now, I'm going to go and do a review on this. Most people probably haven't made it this far, but I want to do a review on this later on down the road. But this set, I'm pretty sure no one's going to waste the money on. This is an expensive set. It's very much discontinued by now. But what you get inside of it is 2 pairs of 3D glasses. Take this out. I've already used a digital code, so I'm sorry. You get the digital code. And this is the inside of the tin. And what this comes with is a little thing to hold everything together. It's a little band that says, I told the others, they didn't believe me, you're all doomed. And then you open this up, and it comes with all the Blu-rays inside this little digibook, which I really love. It has every single movie on Blu-ray transfer, even including the amazing remake, in my opinion. You get a camp counselor badge and a little booklet, which if I wouldn't suggest reading the booklet, watch the documentary. It's for Camp Crystal Lake. It's for the Crystal Lake Memories. The documentary is amazing, long but amazing. Really goes in depth with the Friday the 13th franchise as a whole, which is awesome. But yeah, this cost me around $500, and I would not say, oh yeah, definitely go out and buy this set. No, no. I would have easily told you no. If you want to get it, that's your prerogative. I mean, it's a gorgeous set, and it's the only Blu-ray set to come with all 12 films, but it's up to you. I mean, I spent the money on it because I'm a big Friday the 13th fan. Get Out. Getting this on 4K, will be selling this copy on Facebook Marketplace, but Get Out was a great film. Big surprise from comedian Jordan Peele. Really good movie. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Probably the most annoying set because this thing keeps falling out. It's a letter from a personal note from Ivan Reitman, which is too long to read. Comes with both transfers of Ghostbusters 1 and 2. We all know the Ghostbusters 1 is the best, and the second one, while still being okay, wasn't as good. And it comes with a little booklet, a little info booklet. the making of the movies. Gone Girl, a great David Fincher movie. Ben Affleck pulls a stellar performance in this movie. Really gorgeous performance. And this movie is a great mystery movie. And Tyler Perry, for some reason, I don't know how, but they managed to get a good performance out of Tyler Perry. It blows my fucking mind. And you can't buy this in a normal case. I don't know what it is with David Fincher. I don't know with his sets, man. But when you buy this, you'll get, this is what the case will look like, which I'm not a big fan of. It looks like this. And you also get the book that Ben Affleck's wife's character wrote, which is a book. It's the book in its entirety that you can read. You read the book in its entirety, which is fucking amazing. And it has little fake quotes on the inside as well. It's a great film. Um, and Ben Affleck, man, he's just, to me, he's such a great actor. Such a phenomenal actor, man. Grudge Match, honestly, I don't know. I own this just for the novelty of saying, hey, I own Raging Bull versus Rocky, even though this movie was not as funny as it could have been. It's still pretty decent. And of course, I own my Steelbook of Hacksaw Ridge. I have yet to take off this paper on the back. That's because I like the paper on it. But I own my Steelbook for Heartbreak Ridge. This is a great film, great based on a true story, starring Andrew Garfield. Really beautiful movie. Mel Gibson. Say what you want about the guy. He is a great director. He is a phenomenal director. He knows what he's doing behind the camera. All right, time to get into the third shelf. Let's get this started with another 4K. Halloween 2018. Huge surprise. I love this movie. It's easily my second favorite out of the Halloween franchise. It actually comes really close to the original movie. Just shot very well, directed very well. David Gordon Green, and he did a good job with this movie. And I can't believe fucking Danny McBride did as well as he did with this movie. So love this movie. Great film. Um, this is another first Blu-ray because I got 3 Blu-rays when I got my first Blu-ray player. Had this movie since 2013. I've had this. So I've never gotten rid of this because it's close to my heart. The Blu-rays are still in working condition, by the way. So yeah, it's fucking insane that I still have this. I still watch them too. Like, it's insane, man. Hardcore Henry, under fucking rated. A movie that's filmed entirely from the first person perspective. It's an action film and it's fucking badass and I love it. It was a great theater experience and I wish more people talked about this movie because this movie was just pure badassness. It was just so fucking badass. The Hateful Eight, a murder mystery done by Quentin Tarantino. Great film, shot well, looked gorgeous, filmed on millimeter film, which is how all films should be filmed. Gorgeous movie. Her, a beautiful romantic movie about a guy falling in love with his artificial intelligence. Great performance from Joaquin Phoenix. Spike Jonze did an amazing job with this movie. He's always such a good director. He always knows what to do with his films, and I fucking love this movie. Hot Tub Time Machine, funny comedy. Don't watch the sequel, but the first movie, awesome. Took me by surprise, and the unrated edition is awesome. And plus, if you get the slipcover, it's pretty funny. So slipcover, you get the old version of themselves, and right here you get the younger versions of themselves. So it's pretty cool. So, um, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, one of my Christmas movies that I watch that has Jim Carrey in it. I love this. So it comes with this little sleeve right here that feels like it's part of his costume that Jim Carrey wore. And it comes with a Blu-ray. I love How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. I love watching it every year at Christmas time. And yeah, I love the movie to death. It's fucking awesome. It's a great film to watch. And of course, if you grew up like me, you had to watch Indiana Jones. I have a big problem with this box set. This is one of them. Look at this. Look at this. It just stay in place. But it's in the same fashion as the Back to the Future set. You open it up, and it's just in this digibook fashion, where the disc you just kind of slide out. Because of that abomination we don't talk about. And we get the little bonus features in high definition Blu-ray. So yeah, the set could have done could have used a rework. I hope they re-release them on 4K Blu-ray. I think they would look amazing on 4K, but you have to wait and see. Alright, let's get into... Holy shit, more Blu-rays. And this one of the Blu-rays is messed up. I'm getting a new copy of it, so I apologize for its condition. Blame Walmart shipping and Walmart stocking. Inherent Vice, great. This is a great Paul Thomas Anderson film. Great Walking Phoenix film. It's a really trippy fucking movie, and I just love watching it. My family got it for me for Christmas, so it's a pleasure to watch. The Iron Giant, grew up watching this movie, gorgeous Blu-ray transfer, beautiful fucking film, and I just love it to death. It, 2017, I got to check on my Xbox. Big shocker, I do own Chapter 2, but it's on digital, and I will be getting the 4Ks of both here soon. Love this movie to death, so, yeah. It, 2017. I really need to learn how to edit so I can edit all this shit out, but, you know, I'm a dumbass. I can't edit shit. Alright, so this is the one that Walmart fucked up. This is my James Bond collection. I'm a huge James Bond fan. Unfortunately, they shipped it and the case is fucked. But the cases came in, well, the cases, I can't say that because the cases were cracked when I got them. Had to replace the entirety of the cases. But I have watched every single James Bond film in release order. And, yeah, I'm that big of a fucking fan. I love James Bond. James Bond is fucking awesome. You know, some of them, they had their highs and lows, but, you know, I just love James Bond in general. If you want to know my favorite ones are, it's Casino Royale, Skyfall, and the Goldfinger and all that. Those are my favorites. Jaws. Is there any more I need to say? In terms of Blu-ray quality, this is probably my most gorgeous looking Blu-ray. This was done, restored from the 35mm film, and it was overseen by Steven Spielberg himself, so he really wanted this to be quality, which I can really respect. Then I got two things of John Wick. So I got the normal release, which was released at Walmart. That came with some coins. This comes with a Blu-ray and DVD copy. This is the one I usually take with me if I travel somewhere, so I don't dent up the steelbooks. See here, you got the Blu-ray here, and you got the you got the Blu-ray here, and the Blu-ray here for the first two movies. DVD here, DVD there, and then of course I own the steelbooks, which are gorgeous fucking steelbooks. I always loved the steelbook work they did for John Wick. They always do such a good job doing gorgeous steelbooks. I can't wait to get the third one. I'm waiting to get all of them on 4K steelbook. I'm waiting to do that. That's like what I'm getting. Like I said, I own so many fucking Blu-rays. Alright, here we are. So I get these out. Oh man, I'm almost done too. This is what happens when you own so many fucking Blu-rays, I swear to God. I got the big fucking pile this time. Alright. Thank God I didn't ding this up. Thank you fucking God. Joker. Own this on 4K. Beautiful film done by Todd Phillips. Great film. Just wonderful. Joaquin Phoenix deserved that Oscar win. Honestly, the first time I actually agree with a fucking Oscar win. First time. First fucking time. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, great 80s movie, goofy as fuck, really over the top. If you haven't seen it, really suggest you try it out. Has one of the best movie themes of all time, which is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The Blu-ray transfer is pretty good, and if you get the Walmart release like I did, you get like a color your own cover, which comes with like all the releases they did. So it's pretty cool. And this is not the original cover. I just slipped this on because it's better looking. Krampus, another big surprise. I thought this movie was gonna be dog shit, but it turned out to be really fucking good. I was surprised, and it's a pretty fucking funny movie. It has its moments of intensity too. Lego Batman, my favorite Lego movie. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking better than Justice League. It's better than Batman and Robin. It's better than Batman v Superman. I can fucking tell you that. Funny movie, great Lego movie. I'm actually a big fan of fucking Lego movies, which you're about to see now. Lego Movie 1, Lego Movie 2. Love both these movies. I think the first one's slightly better than the second one, but you know, that's just me. But I do love the Lego films. The Lighthouse was to me last year's best fucking film to come out by A24. Has William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson in it. Great fucking actors acting their asses off, and it's just a gorgeous looking film. The transfer quality on that's immaculate. Logan, I bought this when it first released with Get Out, and yeah, I usually watch the Logan Noir cut, which is the black and white cinematic cut. Great movie. I cannot wait to pick this up on 4K. I need to, but I've owned this for a while, and I love this movie to death. Lone Survivor, another Peter Berg movie, a part of the unofficial based on a true story releases. Mark Wahlberg, and this movie is amazing, very intense film, and a very awesome film. The Lost Boys, my favorite Joel Schumacher movie, about vampires in the 80s. It's fucking badass. You've never seen this. What are you doing? Watch it. It's awesome. And last but not least, we got Mad Max, and I'm not even done with the second shelf. I'm about to be done. Mad Max, great film. Don't own the other ones. I need to get the other ones. I'm waiting to get the box set. But yeah, Mad Max, the first one, instant classic. I do think the sequels were a bit better. I still think Fury Road is the best one, but still a fucking great film. Someone don't drop this. Man, this thing forever. All right, The Martian. This movie started the entire beef with me and that guy. This one movie. Because I defend this movie. I think this is one of Ridley Scott's best films he has ever done. It's gorgeous. It's intense. Matt Damon does an immaculate performance as his character. It's such a gorgeous movie. That's why I bought the Steelbook. It's that damn good. It's just, and honestly, people say it's pretty fun. Astronauts say this movie is really fucking realistic. So yeah, great film. Very good attention to detail in this movie. It's just a very gorgeous movie. The Mel Brooks Collection. If you're a fan of Mel Brooks like I am, you should already own this. This comes with 9 of his best films on Blu-ray. You got 12 Chairs, Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Silent Movie, High Anxiety, History of the World Part 1, To Be or Not to Be, Spaceballs, and Robin Hood Men in Tights. All phenomenal films, not a bad one in the bunch. Really gorgeous movie. In fact, the only movie he's really missing is Dracula Dead and Loving It, but that's really not my favorite out of his entire library. So yeah, it's a gorgeous movie. You get a book with descriptions on each film, what people have said about it, and you get, well, To Be or Not to Be wasn't done by him. It just stars him, which is where my name included. But yeah, great Blu-ray transfers by the way as well. Love these movies. Neighbors, to me, really good movie. Seth Rogen and Zac Efron did a great job in this movie. Honestly, think it's pretty fucking funny. The sequel, not so much, is alright, but this one was surprisingly good to me. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is a big box that I own, but it's stupid why it's so big. First off, oh, drop the book. This is what it looks like on the inside. You get the Blu-ray, which is immaculate. The Blu-ray transfer of this movie is absolutely phenomenal. Then you get a book, but first I want to go over. You get the poster cards of different parts of the country. So you got the American one right here, and you got the different country ones right here. Then you got the booklet, which shows the filming of the movie right here. To me, this is like Jack Nicholson's best role. He was so good in this movie. I would love to do a Blu-ray review of this set. It's like so good. Like the movie itself is phenomenal. Like if you've never seen this movie, like it's worth the watch. It's really good. You get the book. I get another book that shows the filming of the movies and all, the filming of the movie and all that. Really detailed. Then you got this folder, which comes with cast pictures. You got Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, um, you got Brad Dourif, and Christopher Lloyd. And they're all gloss too, so they're fucking gorgeous looking. Oh shit, the new Seth Rogen thing's out. It's got the thing about it. And then it comes with a deck of cards, which I don't know why it comes with a deck of cards, but it comes with a deck of cards. I don't think there's nothing different about these cards. No, it's just they come with like pictures of the cast and all that, and they're like, it's kind of weird. Like, why? Just like, why would you get this? Like, this one's probably the most disappointing because I mean, I would have loved to see them do something more, like give us a bigger poster to hang on the wall. But I mean, I guess they do play cards a lot in the movie, so it makes sense. I just wish they would have done on something more, I guess. But overall, I mean, the Blu-ray quality transfer is awesome with this movie. So, yeah, I mean, if you love this movie like I do, you probably should get this set. It cost me like $20. Patriots Day, great movie about the Boston Marathon bombing. Dallas to Dumba Peter Berg, great fucking film, very intense and very uncomfortable to watch at times. Paul, great Seth Rogen, Simon Pegg, and Nick Frost movie. This was directed by Greg Motella, written by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Really funny movie. Another Seth Rogen movie, Pineapple Express. Really fucking funny. Really funny. Great stoner comedy. Watched it a lot when I smoked weed. And that's one of the things. We got another John Hughes films, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Funny movie. Gorgeous Blu-ray transfer quality. I just love it. Need a swig. Oh man. This is a long fucking. This is gonna be the longest video I've ever done, probably. Besides the streaming ones. This is probably my longest public one. Alright, let's get the bottom shelf movies out. Oh shit. Alright. Let's go over to the last shelf, shall we? The Planet of the Apes trilogy. Really impressive trilogy. Didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was. Rise, Dawn, and War, especially Dawn and War, are my favorites of it. So really love this movie. Predator, my favorite science fiction action movie. I love it more than Aliens, to be honest with you. I got the steelbook because I love the way the steelbook looked. Even has a nice little has a chopper on the inside. Gorgeous transfer, way better than the first one they released. Really good movie, great film, great action film. Predators. This is another shocker. This one had Adrian Brody in it and Topher Grace. As much as I don't care for Topher Grace as an actor, he did decent in this, and I do love him in That's Every Show and Take Me Home Tonight. But yeah, Predators was awesome. Badass movie, very underrated. Wish it would have got more love. Um, shit. The Purge. I have a soft spot for the Purge movies. I know they're not particularly good. I know that, but I do enjoy watching them because I like dumb movies at times. I do love to watch some dumbass movies. And honestly, Purge Anarchy is a really good movie. Like I'm not even saying it to be funny. Like Purge Anarchy is probably the best one out of the four movies. It's really well done. Really well done. Revenge of the Nerds. One of my favorite. Another great '80s movie. And just awesome fucking badass movie. Great movie to watch if you're a big nerd. Like I was a big nerd in high school, and this was my fucking movie right here, dude. I watched this all the time. Gave hope to, all of us around the world as nerds. Sausage Party. Remember seeing the trailers of this on TV. Went to go watch it in theaters. Was not disappointed. Love this movie. Great raunchy comedy. It's actually a really beautifully animated movie. Really beautifully. Saving Private Ryan on 4K HD. Gorgeous transfer. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what it is about Steven Spielberg films, but they always transfer them beautifully, and this is no exception. This is a gorgeous 4K transfer, just absolutely amazing. Say Anything, great 80s great 80s romance movie. It's just beautiful, sweet, emotional, and it's a great movie to watch with your date. And of course, this is my Blu-ray copy of the film Scarface. I said this on stream. This was my favorite movie. This is the comic steelbook I own. Great film, gorgeous Blu-ray transfer, but I recently got beaten by the gold edition of Scarface, which is the 4K transfer. Beautiful, beautiful. This is probably the best transfer of Scarface you'll ever watch. It's gorgeous, absolutely stunning to look at. Absolutely stunning. Just a gorgeous 4K transfer. All right, Schindler's List. Not a movie you could watch all the time. It's fucking depressing, dude. Oh my god, it's so sad. It's uh, it's interesting to read about this movie because if you read about Steven Spielberg's history making this movie, he didn't take a check for making this movie. It felt to be wrong, so he didn't even get paid for this movie. And it's a very respectful movie as well. It shows the hardships they went through, and it shows how fucked up it was. So it's really really accurate. Seven by David Fincher, great film. Brad Pitt, Martin Freeman did a great job in this movie, and also a great Blu-ray transfer as well. Shawshank Redemption, fucking beautiful movie. Frank Darabont directed the fuck out of this movie. I wish I owned the Green Mile on Blu-ray, but I don't. I will eventually. But this is a very gorgeous movie, beautiful movie, and it's just I love watching it. Speaking of Skyfall, this is Skyfall. Now I own this transfer just because of the menu. Now the original, the box set down there that had James Bond box set changed up the menu, which just showed like that's a standard menu. This one had actually a menu that showed off how gorgeous the movie looked in Blu-ray. So that's why I keep this Blu-ray around. This is the one, typically the Blu-ray I use to watch the movie on. It's better. It's better quality transfer. If you haven't seen Skyfall yet and you want to get into James Bond, check out Skyfall or check out Casino Royale. They're both really phenomenal films. Star Trek. I'm a big fan of the J.J. Abrams movies, even though one of them wasn't directed by him, was directed by Justin Lin. Still a great movie. See here, Kirk, Spock, and each movie just looks gorgeous. They do. So it's really, really good movies. Justin Lin directed Star Trek Beyond, but Simon Pegg wrote it. So I mean, to me, Beyond is my favorite. So yeah, I love the Star Trek films. Super bad. My first, like, when I was a kid, I was never allowed to watch this, and then while my parents were out, I snuck in their room and watched this. And man, this was just a funny fucking movie, and I've had a big memory of this movie. I love this movie to death. Especially the unrated cut. If you haven't seen the movie, watch the unrated cut. It's definitely better. Great Blu-ray too. Super Troopers Steelbook. I'm a big fan of Super Troopers. The second one kind of disappointed me because I watched it for the first time when I bought this set because I was very wary. The first one's a classic. The second one, it's okay. But the Steelbook's awesome. And of course, Liam Neeson and Taken. It's fucking Taken. This movie's badass. And it's the only good Taken movie because Olivia, I think his name is Olivia Megaton or something like that, took over and fucked it all up with this fucking shaky cam bullshit. First one will always remain a classic. Come on. I don't know who's messaging me, but they better stop. Almost done. Holy shit. Let's check this. Because people are fucking blowing me up, dude. So, Tarantino XS Collection. Out of print now. Very rare. Exceptional movie. So this set costed me, I think, $250, around $300. So this has gorgeous artwork on the inside. And, of course, it has Reservoir Dogs, True Romance, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, Death Proof, and Glorious Bastards, and 2 bonus discs. Nice set if you're a big Quentin Tarantino fan. All of the Blu-ray transfers are great. They're beautiful in Blu-ray, as they always should be. And each film was actually overseen by Tarantino himself, so you know you're getting quality. Ted and Ted 2, they're good Seth MacFarlane movies. So, yeah, of course I own them. I watch them. No, I know they're not particularly well-crafted films, but hey, they make me laugh. So, The Town. I went over this Blu-ray extensively on stream. I don't think I need to go over it anymore, but it comes with a lot of goodies, and it's the only film where I do not care for the fucking alternate ending. I hate the alternate ending of this movie. I'm glad they went with the ending they did. I don't know why Ben Affleck thought it would have been a great ending, but it just wasn't. I own 2 copies of Terminator 2, the original release, and Skynet edition. This one's crappy. This one's great, but I own this one because this is my first ever time picking up Terminator 2 on Blu-ray, so it has memories. But this is the true one to watch. So if you want to watch Terminator, get the Skynet edition. Okay. This is the end. This is the one that was actually mastered in 4K for a Blu-ray disc. Really funny movie. Seth Rogen did a good job directing it. I think he was, yeah, him and Evan Goldberg directed this. He did an amazing job. I do think Seth Rogen's actually a pretty competent director. Tropic Thunder, this is the director's cut, directed by Ben Stiller and written by Ben Stiller. Funny fucking movie. And the Blu-ray is awesome. It's a funny fucking movie. You haven't seen it. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I own the Steelbook. I love this movie. If you have never seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, please watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Really, it is a great comedy. Steelbook's kind of gorgeous. I do love the animation of it, so I love the movie. I think the movie is hilarious. Okay, here we are. Last Blu-rays, guys. Alright, so I own the 4K copy of Us. I give up people who don't like this movie. I personally enjoy it. I think it had a great ending, great story. Really shocking movie. Venom. This movie gets hated on so much. I thought this movie was really good. It was funny, had good action in it. And the 4K is awesome. I love the Walmart exclusive cover I got. It's awesome. Oh my god. Shit. Alright. I talked about this movie on stream a lot. Zack Snyder's The Watchmen. Love this movie. Director's Cut's the only cut to watch. I love this movie. I know Zack Snyder ain't the best when it comes to comic book movies, but to me, this one's is his best. So, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Awesome fucking movie. I love this animated movie to death. It's funny, really well directed by Robert Zemeckis, and it was produced by Kathleen Kennedy, believe it or not. I know, fucking insane. And produced by Steven Spielberg. That's insane. The Wizard of Oz, I own the 3D copy, but I mainly watched this on Blu-ray. It's a gorgeous movie. Has a lot of fucking bonus things in here, but yeah, really gorgeous movie. It's a classic. You gotta own it at least. It's a classic. Martin Scorsese's The Wolf of Wall Street, really great film, awesome movie, love it to death. Just a brilliant film. Do It All Mess with Zohan, a very underappreciated, underrated Adam Sandler movie. I thought the movie was hilarious. I thought it was really funny. And last but not least, Zombieland. Love this movie. The sequel is about the same. I will be getting the sequel in 4K soon, but yeah, I love this movie. So yeah, that's my all my Blu-rays as of right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a long video, but yeah, hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll talk to you guys next time.